We plunged into a cursed tier instance, a death trap, the system blaring warnings. All player survival rates immediately reduced to 0. My teammates shrieked, scattering in terror as malevolent spirits hunted them down. Only I found myself cornered by the unspeakable instance boss. Icy tentacles coiled around my ankles, and in my ears the system's alarms went haywire, glitching and breaking. Warning! Boss detected with abnormal emotional fluctuations. Warning! Boss is attempting to court the player? My blood ran cold, so I looked at the creature before me, reeking of blood. Trembling, I kissed him. The moment my eyes opened, a bone-chilling cold crawled up my spine. Even though I was wrapped up like a mummy, that icy dread pierced my bones like needles. My name is Alara Zahn, a frail individual suffering from hyperalgesia and extreme cold sensitivity. In this deadly infinite game, players with an F rating for physical fitness like me are usually labeled disposable consumables. Rookie? A gruff voice boomed beside me. Stop playing dead, get up and work. The speaker was a man with a scarred face, known as Randall. He was a veteran player, holding a blood-stained machete, looking at me as if I were already dead. This was a Chinese horror instance called Spirit Wedding. White lanterns hung everywhere in the courtyard, and crimson wedding characters adorned a coffin. The wind scattered paper money through the air. The system's task was simple: survive 3 days as a guest and attend the final wedding. This instance is a B-rank difficulty. You'll live as long as you don't do anything stupid. Randall pointed to the tightly shut east wing in the distance. But someone has to scout ahead. Hey you, the sickly one. You go. I coughed twice, my face pale. That's forbidden territory. The rules clearly stated the east wing was the bridal chamber, off limits to guests. Randall sneered, abruptly shoving me. Just go when I tell you. In this team, a useless person needs to know their place. Either you go scout, or I'll cut you down right now. I stumbled a few steps, pushing open the rickety wooden door of the east wing. Behind me, Randall and the other players jeered. Then, with a bang, the door locked itself behind me. Inside, there was no musty smell as I'd expected. Instead, a strong scent of blood permeated the air. A grand, intricately carved bed stood in the center, its red canopy hanging low. Before I could even observe my surroundings, my heart clenched. Cold, 10 times colder than outside. My constitution made me extremely sensitive to temperature. This cold wasn't just a drop in temperature, it was the precursor to a terrifying presence. My health bar began to deplete at a visible rate. Health -10, -10. If I didn't find a heat source soon, I'd freeze to death before any ghost could kill me. Creak! The red canopy by the bed suddenly swayed open. A tall figure stood there, unnoticed until now. He was dressed in an elaborate, dark red wedding robe, wearing a grotesque bronze mask that left his pale jaw exposed. It was the boss. The ghost groom had appeared early, before the wedding night. The powerful sense of oppression made my knees weak, but I didn't kneel. My instinct for survival made me stare intently at him. In my vision, he wasn't a vengeful spirit claiming lives, but the only heat source in this ice-cold room. He raised his hand, his sharp black fingernails pointing directly at my heart. Too fast. I couldn't dodge. A death trap. The instant his fingertips brushed the fabric over my chest, the cold nearly froze my blood. Perhaps I was insane. In the second before death arrived, instead of retreating, I threw myself forward with all my might. Thud. The sound of claws tearing skin didn't come. I collided with a hard, cold embrace. Although cold, it was a surging power. The ghost groom seemed not to have expected my embrace, his movements stiffening for a moment. In that instant, I seized my chance. My hands trembling, I clung to his shoulders, tilting my head back. Along the lower edge of his cold bronze mask, I accurately found his lips.